Imagine building a brilliant app that's used by people across the world, and suddenly, you get a legal notice from Europe or the US for violating their privacy laws. Sounds scary? That's exactly why this lesson matters. Whether you're a developer, business owner, or everyday user, global data privacy laws shape the rules of the digital world. From Europe's GDPR to the US's HIPAA and Canada's PIPEDA, these laws impact how companies collect, store, and share personal data. This lesson will equip you with the awareness to navigate and comply with these powerful global regulations. You'll discover what they protect, how they apply, and what the real-world consequences are. Get ready to think globally, act responsibly, and gain a crucial edge in today's data-driven world. Let's start with the most famous data protection law in the world, the GDPR. Enforced by the European Union, it doesn't just apply to European companies. Any business that collects or processes data of EU citizens, even if the company is based in India, must comply. Think of GDPR as the Bill of Rights for user data. It gives people the power to access, erase, and control how their data is used. That's why you always see those cookie consent pop-ups on websites now. The penalties? They're massive, enough to shut down a company. GDPR also demands transparency and proof of accountability. So, whether you're designing a form or launching an app, understanding GDPR is essential if your users live in or travel through Europe. While GDPR covers general data, HIPAA focuses on something even more sensitive, your health data. In the US, any hospital, health tech app, or insurance provider must follow HIPAA rules. This law protects what's called protected health information, from your blood test results to mental health records. It strictly controls who can access this data, how it's transmitted, and what happens if it's leaked. Telemedicine apps, for example, must encrypt data, restrict employee access, and get patient consent. Violating HIPAA isn't just a technical issue, it's a legal and ethical breach. As health tech grows, so does the importance of HIPAA compliance. If your product touches US healthcare data, this law is your rulebook. Next, we travel to Canada, where data privacy laws take a consent-first approach to. PIPEDA governs how private sector organizations handle personal data. If your company serves Canadian customers, you must disclose what data you collect and allow users to view or correct it. Think of it as a transparency-first model. It doesn't offer one-size-fits-all penalties like GDPR or HIPAA. Instead, enforcement is case-based. But it's still powerful. Companies must secure data and prevent misuse. So whether you're building an e-commerce store or managing customer profiles, understanding PIPEDA helps you win trust and avoid surprises. Australia's Privacy Act is another critical player in the global privacy landscape. It requires companies to be upfront and transparent about what personal information they collect, how they use it, and for how long they store it. But it doesn't stop there. The law also mandates that data must be destroyed when it's no longer needed. That means you can't hoard old user data just in case. Violations come with strong penalties, especially for large-scale data breaches. Whether you're managing user accounts or customer feedback forms, knowing how Australia expects data to be handled can make or break your global strategy. Let's step back and compare these major global laws side by side. Each region emphasizes different rights and consequences, but they all share one common thread: user empowerment and strict accountability. Whether it's the EU's focus on consent and fines, the US's health-specific rules, Canada's transparency-first approach, or India's newly introduced DPDPA, all of them expect businesses to treat data with care. This table helps you quickly spot what matters where, so you can plan for compliance like a pro. So, what does all this mean for you as a developer, tech professional, or entrepreneur? It means you can't afford to be careless with data. First, you must know who your users are and where they're located, because that determines what laws you must follow. Then comes how you store their data. Encrypt it, control access, and never leave it exposed. Always include a clear privacy policy and get explicit consent, especially for sensitive data like health, location, or financial info. And if your audience includes EU citizens, yes, even 1, you need a cookie banner. It's not optional. These aren't just technical practices, they're legal lifelines. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Where have you already shared your data globally? Think of the platforms and apps you use daily, from social media to cloud storage. Have you ever looked into their privacy settings? What country owns these platforms? This quick activity helps you personalize your learning. When you map your digital footprint, you realize how many laws and risks you're already connected to. It's not just theory, it's your digital life. To understand the weight of these laws, let's look at a real-world case. In 2023, Meta, the parent company of Facebook, was fined €1.2 billion under GDPR. Why? They transferred EU user data to the US without proper safeguards. That's right. A global tech giant failed to comply and paid the price. This case shook the industry and reminded everyone, no one is above the law when it comes to data. It's a powerful example of how serious these regulations are, and why understanding them isn't optional. You've just unlocked a powerful awareness of how global data laws work, and why they matter in everything from coding to business strategy. Whether it's GDPR in the EU, HIPAA in the US, or DPDPA in India, the digital world runs on legal boundaries that protect user rights. As someone working in tech or business, this knowledge isn't just useful, it's non-negotiable. It's how you stay trusted, legal, and future-ready. In the next lesson, we'll dive deeper into India's own DPDPA law and how it's inspired by these global standards.